go, guys. Just a little speed test on this thing. Once we clear this next intersection, we'll see what it'll get to. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it has everything Beast has. Doesn't feel bad though. Hey guys, welcome back to Burning Rubber Garage. Today I'm going to be working on the 93, and in the next one we'll work on the 98. They both seem to have a few little issues. Nothing I don't think will be too difficult. One thing I did do is went to the parts store. Plug, filter, cleaner, just some of the basics, and some oil. So we'll go ahead and do a quick tune-up on this, see what we got to work with here, see how bad they are. So the nice thing about this is the exhaust side, so it's going to be a lot tougher to work with and see. But once you get in there, it's a lot simpler than that 15. Not as many hoses everywhere, very easy to get to, simple ignition, everything like that. Just seems a little cleaner. So let's go ahead, pull the plug, take a look at it, see what it looks like. Alright guys, as you can see here, this one is the one we just pulled out. A little bit dirty, but I mean, it's going to happen. This is what we're putting in, so it's a huge contrast as far as look goes. Double check, they're both the exact same one. So what that was an NGKR CR6 HSA, if you're out there looking or online looking. So let's go ahead and throw this guy in. That's definitely not going to hurt our cause any. So, all right, guys, I'm not going to put you through watching another carb cleaning, but I'm going to take this carb apart and clean it. If there's anything huge that's different on the old one versus the newer one, definitely let you know. Give you a shot of it from over here. There's your choke. But you notice there's not all the stuff here. The frame's not in the way. Just a lot easier to get to stuff, so it should make it nice. You can see up there is a ground wire up there. You've got one bolt. This whole airbox came out, and you undid that screw right there. Shouldn't be anything too crazy, but I'll try and show you the difference in a new air filter versus what's in there. This has two screws on it that we're going to have to pull off to get the airbox to release. So I'm going to just do one thing at a time with this project. Take it slow. There's no need to hurry unless you're needing to go race, but we're not. We're just needing to rip up the streets. Let's turn you this way to see a little better. Got that right there. We're just pulling these out. I don't know what type of shape these were in. When's the last time stuff's been changed on them? We're going to pull that out. It's got the, we'll try and wipe that down. Here's your filter. That doesn't look that bad, but smells very heavy of gas. So let's go ahead and open up this new one, and I'll kind of let you see the difference. You're definitely going to be able to smell the difference. That one's pretty coated. Okay, so here is our brand new one. They don't quite look like they're the same, but it's awesome of Honda to do that, huh? That one really stinks. You can see the buildup on it. Let's see if we can get this one to squish down in there. Maybe that one's just kind of shrunk up over time. So let's go with that. That stuff's all going to wipe off. So I'm going to get that. We'll set that back on top of that and then tighten her down, and we should be ready to rock and roll. So with that being said, we'll get this thing put back together. All right, guys, as you see here, we pulled the throttle out. 2 bolts. They believe they were 8 millimeter, 2 bolts. It's got the same style as the CRF. Some things just don't change. It looks like it's missing a little rubber ring there. I wonder if that could be causing it, or that it's just still stuck on there. So this one looks a little bit brittle. We're going to put it back in because it's not broken. It just feels a little weak. We're going to go ahead and take off the fuel line. I'm going to need to grab a bucket to catch that. Remember, you do have this. You can open up and drain this. I'm not going to this time. The older ones, sometimes things will break. So I'm going to get this fuel line off. We're going to go ahead and clean it like we did in my other video that you've seen. This carb seems so much easier to get to and to work on. So let's hope that with this clean, the new air filter, and the new spark plug, we're going to be on point to have a good running little bike. With a few little adjustments on the carb, we should be okay. So again, I'm not going to make you watch that. If you want to see it, check out my other video. I'm just trying to keep you guys up to date with what we got going on here. So alright guys, we got the carb clean, put back together. Everything looked decent, a little bit of stuff in there, nothing too crazy. I've got the black spacer in there with the gasket right here on the manifold. There was a gasket on the bowl here. That was a little tricky to get to stay on. We've got the air box ready to go back in, the new plug. I think we're looking like we're going to be able to see if this thing will fire up. So let me get this put back on. Make sure you put that ground back in there when you put the bolt in, and you should be good. Alright guys, didn't change the oil in this, but it should be okay. I've got that to run, that on. Let's see if it'll fire. No choke yet. I think we're in for a fun time, so I'm going to go ride this thing. We will see how it does compared to the CRF in a later video. I just wanted to update you guys on what we got going on with this thing. So it seems to be idling. Alright guys, welcome back to Burning Rubber Garage. We're out here on the 93 Honda Z50. Cool bike. We got her tuned up. It's been a couple days. We had some bad weather, as you can probably see. We got more bad weather headed our way. Popped a little wheelie there. Seems to be running pretty good. Doesn't feel as strong as Beast, but still feels strong enough to haul me, which is a no easy task. Let's hit it into third and see what we got. Ooh, nice. Power's smooth. I really like the suspension on this better than the CRF 50. I like the dual shock in the back versus the single. I wonder if we can make it up that hill. It's very steep. We had the 110s out here the other day. They were flying right up it, not a problem. This bike though, ooh, could be a problem. I end up walking this, I bet. Let's give it a shot. Come on, little 50. No way. We'll have to first gear it. It didn't have any steam in second. Every now and then we all need a little help. He's tearing it up. Hopefully with this mic you can't really hear the wind. Ooh, the brakes on this one are really good. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. It's not too crooked. That's awesome. Storms roll in from over this way. This bike feels like it's brand new, like it's not even broke in yet, so I don't know what the guy before me did with it. Probably just sat on it and collected. Ooh, there goes a big bird. Was out here on this ledge chilling. I don't think I ever rode to the ledge over here. That's pretty bad, eh? Not gonna lie. I mean, look at that. No wonder that bird's perched here. Look at all that area for him to look at. There's a wheelbarrow down there. Somebody had a pretty good weekend, I bet. I think right below me here is a cave, but I have not hiked to that cave yet. Well, let's see what's over here. Now we're in first. There's that bird flying around looking for something. Looks like there's a whole series of trails over here I gotta come over and play on. This looks like it was at least an ATV trail, so. I love these little bikes. They are very well made. I'm starting to wonder if I maybe hit that hill in third on accident. See, second got going. I think that first attempt might have been in third. I might not have shifted, because look at that. We're flat out cruising now. We tried to go up the side of that on the 110s and kind of didn't have a very good run at it. It's a lot steeper than it looks, this one. This one looks deceiving. We're gonna give one more shot at the far right hill. See what we got here. It's not warm here, but it's not freezing. It's like 60. Let's see if we can find the runway. All right, we're in second. Let's go. Off to the side we went. There was no way. We're gonna try it first. I don't have enough. Let's let this buddy sing here. Oh, that is steep. Come on, little bike, you can do it. Little help. Little help. Go, buddy. Oh, yeah. Little air. Yeah. First gear was way to go up those hills, I guess, on this bike when you weigh around 200 pounds. Look at it dig in around this. Suspension gets a little happy. Hopefully that mic's cutting out a lot of the wind. Man, I love that trail. So simple, yet it's so good. We might have to go hit that hill one more time. Sure, we're still filming. Harry's probably wind's getting nasty as the goodies roll in here, the storms. I'll try and keep you guys in the helmet here, but there we go. Well, let's go over, let's try that hill one more time in case that first footage didn't work out. Get some speed here. This bike is relatively smooth, granted, with my weight on it. Suspension's already getting pushed a little bit. We're just in third gear here, rolling. It's so fun. We'll see how this does going down the hill. Then we'll bring her back up and start heading for home. Luckily we got a break in the weather real quick. That makes me a little bit excited. Trying to debate whether I need to be in first to get down this or second would suffice, because this is, as you look, that's pretty steep. Eventually I think you just gotta roll down it. Second would have been a better choice, not gonna lie. Live and learn, right? Okay, we're gonna try this again. I think if we keep the beans to it in first, we got a legit shot at that. We're gonna hammer it home right here. Pop the little wheelie there. It's got it. A little bit of help from the feet. A little bit of sideways weaving. When we get up here. And now you get to let her get some air and cool back off after a run like that. Suspension's like, why? It's built for a little kid. I came off the seat on that one. Oh man. Now up here there are some pretty good trails that loop all around here. A little bumpy here to try and chat, but we got this. Here's a little different look. There's a nice little pond right there. Right there, I think is probably the angle we need. We want to get up to those radio towers on the 110s and on the 50s. It's a heck of a drive even on a 4x4 quad, so this ought to be interesting. You got to cut over here behind these homes, through the homes. You got to get on the street for a little bit. Then there's another road that leans, and then finally you get to, it's almost like where you could park. Like if I really wanted to, I could drive over and unload, but I don't. I like to ride. And then you start to weave up. I don't know if you can see it in the little bit of lighter brown there, and you start to weave up the trails there, clear up to those radio towers and antennas and everything. So it's a heck of a ride. I got a couple that want to do it with me, so we're going to for sure do that. Let's do it. Let's try and get ourselves back home over this way. I don't see it being a problem, but I know we're not supposed to technically be riding over here, but whatever. Yeah, I don't think so. Not on this bike. Oh my gosh, that's the steepest one yet. So I wouldn't mind trying to go up it, but I'm not going to go down it to start. If I can almost make it up it, I'll for sure go down it. But I don't think this would even come close to making it partway up that. So there we go. Get it in the right gear for the job. Such a fun little area over here. We need to get back up and in there. Go have some fun. We'll see if either Chris or Justin can go ride next time we take out the 50s and have a good old time. I still got to get the 98 going. The only one I got running was the 93. And you know what, I'm pretty excited by how it ran. I really think Beast, I don't know what it is, Beast is a lot harder to start, but it seems to have a little more power. For whatever reason, it seems to just have a little extra oomph and a little more low end. I don't know if it's because it's broke in more or what, but the harder to start makes me wonder if it's a compression thing or what. But let's take a few of these and see what we got. I don't know how my GoPro battery's doing. I bet we can get it up that one. Let's see. Wasn't pretty. There we go. Back down to first for the very last part. Stay tuned. We've got a 110, a KLX this time to kind of go up against the CRF, which is a super good bike, but the KLX 110 is a lot cheaper. So I wanted to kind of see if it was for a reason or if it's just because they make them older. So Honda usually fetches a pretty good price no matter what. So this guy seems to really dig into these bumps. It does a good job. It's definitely a lot more firm than Beast, but Beast has been over the road. I've beat on Beast for the last year or so, so that's a 200-pound guy riding that, and I honestly don't know what the situation was before I got it. I know it was an older gentleman. Didn't quite know what he had, but I don't know what his kids had done and how long he'd had it. So let's get her on back home. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. We still keep picking up. Oh, we're in third. Man, these feel slow compared to those 110s. I'd like to thank everybody who watches. We've got some videos that have got quite a bit of views. We also have picked up subscribers at a decent pace. I'm pretty happy with it. If you guys like what you're seeing, give it a thumbs up. If there's something you want to see, let me know. We are going to go break out the bikes and do some riding on some I would say more difficult single track trails, or just trails in general, just to show that you could, with under $1,000 for one of these bikes, you can go out and have just as much fun, maybe even a little more fun if you got buddies with them too, because I know those big bikes are expensive. But again, thanks for watching. If you like it, subscribe, thumbs up the video, follow on Instagram. We have a lot of fun making these. I love editing these, so thank you guys for the support. Bye.